everyone, and welcome back to another video. I am SimplySimming if you are new here, and in today's video we're building the house from Gilmore Girls in The Sims. How exciting. It's very exciting. I'm so excited. I have been working on this video for so long, and I love Gilmore Girls. I love recreating houses from television shows. It's all very exciting. I love building in The Sims. All of it's very exciting, so it's an incredibly exciting video. But yes, I have been working. This is a very old video. I will admit that. This video was built over a year ago at this point. August of last year is when I built this video, actually. And yeah, there was some events that prevented me from getting it out. If you did not watch my last video, which I'm assuming most of you did not, my editing software that I usually use broke on me, which is very exciting, and this is the video I was editing when it stopped working, so that's really cool. I had filmed this video in August and I started to edit it, and then my editing software decided to just not work, and so I couldn't edit it. And then for like a year not even for the full year, I'm not even gonna get into it because I talked about it in my last video, but basically all you need to know is my editing software wasn't working, and now I've got it working. In my last video I also mentioned that I used a free editing software to edit that one, but after I used it I didn't like it as much as this editing software that I have used for years and I'm using right now, and the one that broke. So I decided that's kind of why I didn't keep making videos after that one. I was also incredibly busy, insanely busy, but recently I was attempting things and I kind of got this one to work. I just have been putting off a voiceover because I haven't done a voiceover in a long time, so I have a feeling this one's gonna be bad. And lately I've been very perfectionist about my voiceovers, so I've kind of gotten in my own head about it because I feel like it needs to be perfect, but yeah, it feels like it's not going to be because it's been a while, but you know, it's okay. We'll just try our best, and the only way I'm gonna get back into doing voiceovers is by doing them. So here we go. Here's a practice run. I've actually already recorded this voiceover twice, but you know, it's cool. Third time's a charm. That's actually a saying. So here we go. Hopefully the third time will actually be the one I keep. Probably at this point I want to get a video out because I've been wanting to do more YouTube, but like I said, I've kind of been getting in my own head. But also school, very busy. The last time I talked to you guys about school was actually technically in my last video, but I didn't really say much. I kind of said it was busy and that was it. But a big thing I talked to you guys about, I talked to you guys about school. Yeah, that was right. Okay, anyways, a big thing I talked to you guys about school last was how I was very upset that I wasn't going to be in person for school. That was also over a year ago now, so quite a bit has happened. An entire school year has gone by, and that entire school year was incredibly busy, and so I didn't have very much time to post videos. And now I do have more time because it's my last year of high school, and I decided to not have a bunch of classes because I could. So I have 3 study halls this year in my schedule. We have a total of 8 classes, just so you know. I don't know how it works at other schools, but at our school we have a total of 8 classes, and you have to have a minimum of 5 each year. And so I have 5 classes and I have 3 study halls, and they're I took some classes over the summer so I could have an even more relaxed schedule, but also so I could only be taking classes that I actually liked this year. So that's cool because they're all classes that are pretty much all of them are really just classes. No, pretty much all of them are classes that I like. I'm taking one class that's it's like a financial literacy class. Is that what you call it? Ours is a weird name, but it's basically preparing for your future, and that's, so yeah, basically how to do your taxes and stuff. And I took it because I didn't need it because we need to have a math class our senior year, but I'm already taking calculus, AP calculus this year, so I did not need this second math class, which it's counted as a math class for our school. It's not very much math, but it's counted as a math class. I did not need it, but I decided to take it because I thought it would be useful. But it's a stressful class because it's all about our future and kind of boring because learning about a paycheck isn't the most interesting topic, but other than that, I pretty much like all my classes, so that's good. And it's nice to have a schedule that I pretty much only like. But yeah, that's my update on school for you guys. Honestly, I don't really know how the school thing started. I think I was talking about how busy I was last year, and that's why part of why I couldn't upload was because my school year was so busy last year. And actually did I start with the editing software? I might have. I said this voiceover was going to be a mess, and I meant it. But you know what? I'm just going to embrace it at this point because it's all I can do. But yeah, I was my editing software broke, but then I got really busy and just I tried to fix it. Me and my dad tried to fix it quite a few times, but I didn't try and find any permanent solutions, because honestly, even if I did have an editing software, I probably wouldn't have been posting videos because I was so busy. I really had a full schedule last year. Part of what made me not want to have a full schedule this year, it was partly the schedule that our school created last year, because we had a different schedule last year than we do most normal years, because the situation we were in, I think, so my schedule was very funky and very busy last year, and yeah, I didn't post very many videos partly because of that. But anyways, I have a way to edit my videos now, and I can't promise that I'm going to be posting consistently, but I've been really wanting to post more because I like building in The Sims, obviously. It's what I do on my channel, and I kind of miss doing YouTube and talking to you guys, so I've been really wanting to do it lately, and so here I am, talking to you guys. Yeah, I don't know. What else do I have to talk about? I guess school, honestly, the biggest thing. A lot has happened, actually, in my life. It used to be I couldn't talk about anything in my voiceovers because since I started school, I've been a lot busier this year. But last year, I was actually doing nothing with my time. It was pretty much school, and that was it. So you guys probably didn't want to hear what I was doing for schoolwork, so I really didn't have much to talk about. But this year, I have a lot more going on in my life. It's stressful and busy in a different way, because like I said, I kind of have a relaxed school schedule, but I have a lot of other things I'm doing, like applying for college, that are stressful. I mean, that's not the only thing, but I have other things filling my time. Kind of graduating high school is a big one. I don't have a lot of classes because I pretty much have all the credits I need to graduate, but I have to do other things to graduate too, so that's fun. But yeah, I'm busy in a different way, but it is cool because I'm actually doing stuff, and I kind of missed doing things. I'm very excited because pretty much all of high school I didn't really do much outside of school, I'm not gonna lie. Or not outside of school, I did stuff outside of school, but I didn't participate in very many extracurriculars. I wasn't very involved in my school community, you could say, in the past few years of high school. I mean, I did I did taekwondo outside of school, but other than that, I wasn't very involved in extracurriculars. But this year I'm excited because there's actually a few things I'm going to be doing. There's stuff I'm going to be doing involving the school, but also there's going to be other stuff I'm doing. I'm going to be volunteering to walk dogs at a local animal shelter, which is so exciting because I love dogs. I talk about my dog on here quite a bit because I love her, and I really like dogs, so I'm very excited to do that because it sounds like it's going to be such a nice time to just spend time with dogs. I am a little scared because dogs that aren't my own dog kind of scare me, but I think it'll be fun. I think it'll also be good experience to learn what it's like to behave around dogs. I mean, I know how to behave around dogs. I've grown up with my dog. We've had her pretty much my entire life, so I know how to behave around dogs. But she's also kind of a unique case because she is the most passive dog you'll ever meet, and she's small, so there's a lot of things going for her that makes it so that she can't really be aggressive even if she wanted to be because she's small, but also she's not aggressive in the least. She doesn't do much. She's a very passive dog. So I feel like I haven't had much experience with dogs that might be a little bit more aggressive, or a little, not just aggressive, but more touchy or more sensitive. Because I feel like it's more common for dogs to be a little sensitive, because it makes sense. They're dogs. They don't really know what's happening. But I just don't have much experience with that. And big dogs. I don't have much experience with big dogs. That's the other thing. I'm terrified of big dogs, because little dogs, they can be aggressive all they want. They can't do very much harm. Big dogs, if they are aggressive, they can be terrifying. Like some big dogs, they are bigger than me. Some dogs are bigger than me, and that kind of scares me. I doubt they'll have me walk really big dogs, but I'll be walking the dogs. I don't think I mentioned that, but yeah. That's what I'll be doing. So that's very exciting, because I really like dogs. We actually go for the orientation, because I'm doing it with my dad. Me and my dad are gonna walk dogs, and me and my dad go for orientation for walking dogs this weekend. So that's super exciting, because that means I'm starting it soon. I also another thing I'm very excited about that I found out about recently. The other day, I was in my math class, and I knew our school had a math team. Our school has a math team, by the way, but I knew our school had a math team. Also, if you didn't know, I really love math. I don't think you do, because I really don't talk much about school in a lot of my voiceovers. This is probably the most I'll be talking about school, or the most I've talked about school in my voiceovers, but I love math a lot. It's my favorite subject in school. And I knew our school had a math team. I just had no idea how I was supposed to become a part of that, but my math teacher this year is going to be the one running it. So I had a way in, and I'm so excited about that when I found out about that was so exciting. I'm still so excited. Every time I think about it, it makes me very happy, because I love math a lot, and it'll be something for me to do outside of school, and it'll give me an extracurricular, being involved in my school's community, as I mentioned before. So that's exciting. I'm very excited about those things. I'll have things to fill my time with. It's like the complete opposite of last year. Last year I was in my bedroom doing schoolwork 24/7. Even if I wanted to do an extracurricular last year, I didn't have time. I actually didn't have time. I went to school, I say in quotes, because once again, doing school from my bedroom. But I would do my classes, and then once my classes were over, I would sit in my bedroom all night doing homework. It was really a fun life I led. Doesn't it sound fun? It's okay. I made it through it, and I'm proud of myself for doing it. I just think it'll be nice to have a break from that. And plus it's my senior year of high school, so I get to relax, 4 years of work, 4 years that felt like 2 years, but we don't have to get into that. There's a lot going on that I have to do based or related to senior stuff. I have to take senior photos, which is not a fun time. I don't have to take them anymore, actually. We took some the other day, me and my parents. We didn't get a professional to take senior photos. I don't know if all schools I don't know if all schools do this. I know it's a popular thing, but if you don't know, or I think most schools do this, but anyway, senior photos is instead of getting your photo taken at school, you have the option to send in special photos, and there's this big special section in the senior yearbook. I think most schools do that, so it was kind of pointless for me to explain that. But if you didn't know, that's what senior photos are. And so it's exciting, it's kind of cool, but it's also kind of scary, because first of all, the due date for those coming right up soon, which is a little stressful, but also it was just I don't really like getting my picture taken. I like having pictures of myself, because I think it's kind of fun to be able to see yourself throughout the years and have memories of what you looked like. Maybe I'm weird for feeling liking that, but I don't know. I like having a lot of pictures of myself, because I can look back and see what I looked like, and I feel like my memory isn't always accurate in the slightest. So I think it's nice to be able to see myself throughout the years. But I'm very awkward, so getting my picture taken, I'm not very good at having my picture taken. But also, I think most people get weird about getting their picture taken, or it just kind of feels like a weird concept, or it just feels weird. But it also it's a little stressful, because I feel I feel like there's so much pressure or at least I'm not like from anyone else, from myself entirely, but like I'm putting pressure on it to have it look good because I want it to look good. But ultimately it really doesn't matter. It's in like 5 years, I will not look the same. So I'll probably hate the way it looks anyways, or not hate the way it looks, but I'll probably regret certain decisions anyways. So might as well just not care as much because I'm just going to stress myself out more by caring. Anyways, that was, you guys probably don't care about senior photos or how I feel about my senior photos, but if you were curious, that's an update on my life. But yeah, I'm running out of things to talk about. I made a list because I don't always make a list. I mean, sometimes I do. More recently I have been because, as I mentioned, I've been putting a lot of like pressure on my voiceovers, or not pressure, well, it's ended up as pressure, but it's mostly like I've just been stressed because I've like wanted it to like sound good, or I don't want to like mention stuff I'll regret in it, but then I end up overthinking it. So I used to like just go with the flow and just start talking about something because I'm a shy person, but for a shy person, not just for a shy person, I just talk a lot. I have I don't know if this is really a good thing, but I have the ability to just talk on and on about nonsense, like things no one cares about. And that's why YouTube is so fun, because I get to just talk about things. Especially, I really found YouTube really, I mean, I still find it fun, but I really enjoyed YouTube a lot of the time when I was in like 9th and 10th grade, because I would just like come home from school, and as I just mentioned, I'm quite a shy and quiet person, so I wouldn't really talk much at school to a lot of people. It's not entirely intentional. I mean, it is, but it's also like I just don't talk very much. So I would come home from school at the time, and as I also just mentioned, I just talk a lot as a person, so I would come home from school with a lot to say, but my parents wouldn't be home, and I would have no one to say it to, so I would just record a voiceover, and it would be perfect because I'd be in the mood to talk because I hadn't talked all day. So yeah, I mean, I also talk to my parents a lot. My parents are the ones that get a lot of talking because I know that I can annoy them with my talking because they don't care, or at least like, yeah, I know that I'm able to annoy them because, you know, they have to love me no matter what. So I'm kidding, but also not. So I'm able to annoy my parents with talking. But like I said, they used to like not be home when I got home from school, so I'd like have no one to talk to, nothing to do, so I would record a voiceover. But now they're always home, first of all, because they work from home now, and I'm busy, and I don't have like, I feel like my situation in life has changed, so I don't really have that motivation to talk anymore. But now I do go into school, so there is once again a level of not talking as much. But this year, out of all school years, I actually get to see my friends more than I used to. In most school years, I hadn't had like a ton of classes with my friends. I mean, I had, but at the same time, like I've had classes with my friends, but I haven't had a lot of them. And also, I have like one friend, my closest friend, my very close friend, Maddie. I talk about her a lot. I haven't had a class with her in school. Like, we hadn't had a class together throughout all of high school until this year. Actually, that's not true. We had classes together last year, but that doesn't count because we could never interact with each other because it was all online. So, you know, that doesn't really count. But we hadn't, like, when the part of high school that we were actually in the building for, we never had any classes together, and it was very sad. So a lot of the time I also wasn't talking because I didn't have a lot of classes with my friends, is my point, basically. So yeah, I'm excited to have classes with my friends, and that's why I used to be able to do voiceovers a lot, and I used to look forward to voiceovers. I still like voiceovers. I like to talk, and it's fun to just talk about whatever. But yeah, like I said, have just been overthinking them lately. But I'm hoping that if I just like start doing them and just not put so much pressure on them, I'll get into like some sort of groove or have more practice with them and do a little better at voiceovers, if I don't know. So yeah, this voiceover, it's getting to the point where I'm getting really tired of talking, so my quality of talking is probably going to go down, which is further down than it was from the start. Like, I'm not very good at speaking very eloquently. I don't talk well. See, that sounded horrible. I don't talk well. Anyways, I pride myself on having fantastic grammar when I write, but when I speak, not so much. I'm actually pretty bad at speaking. For someone who talks a lot, I'm pretty bad at speaking, so that's great. But anyways, yeah. One exciting thing, it's end of October means Halloween, which I love Halloween. I love holidays just in general, like the major holidays like Thanksgiving, Christmas, and Halloween. I love them. A lot of people do, but I really like them. And I like them for, well, no, Christmas and Thanksgiving I like for like pretty much the exact same reasons, but Halloween is like a completely different vibe, and I love Halloween, and I'm very excited because Halloween is coming up. It's a little stressful because I usually, so my friend, the friend I was just talking about, Maddie, her family has a Halloween party every year, and my family has always attended. So we've always dressed up for the party, and I've always had fun. Just like, it's always been really fun to like come up with costumes and kind of make them and put them together and then dress up as someone from a show or movie I really like. But this year I am probably gonna rewear a costume because my brain is too preoccupied with so many other things going on that I don't have the time to think about Halloween costumes, which is kind of sad, but it's okay because I think I'm gonna rewear my Wednesday Addams costume, which I love because I love the Addams Family, the movies, the 90s movies, not the new ones. I mean, I guess I haven't seen the new ones, but I'm not a fan of the animated thing. Just from what I've seen, I think they're directed towards a younger audience, but I love the Addams Family Values. That's my favorite movie, but I like the 90s ones. Anyways, I really love the Addams Family, and so I find it fun to dress up as Wednesday Addams. So it'll be fun to rewear that costume. Last year, I was Lydia. Get it? You might not know this because I feel like most people watching this are new to my channel, but my name is Lydia, if you didn't know. And so I was Lydia. I don't think I explained that. I was Lydia Dietz from Beetlejuice. I didn't do a good job of getting the joke across to you guys, but anyways, yeah, I had fun with that. But last year we didn't go to her Halloween party last year for obvious reasons. So my family had a little Halloween get together last year with just us, just the people that we were seeing at the time. And so and my cousin, she wanted us to dress up, but like that was like right before the day we were having the party, so I basically just like ran around the house trying to make a costume, and I made a costume of Lydia Dietz. It wasn't very good because, like I said, it was made out of things I found around the house, but I liked it. I would love to try again, like a real attempt at Lydia Dietz, because I love Beetlejuice. Can you tell my taste in movies just from what I've told you so far? This is part of what I love about Halloween though, because I love those like goofy movies. I call them spooky and not scary movies, because to me spooky is a little bit more like fun rather than scary. I don't know. I used to hate horror movies. I still don't think they're like my favorite thing in the world, but I don't dislike them as much. They're like fun on occasion, you know? But they're not my favorite kind of movies. I like the more, like I said, the fun ones, like The Addams Family and Beetlejuice. Two of my favorite movies. I just like really stupid movies, basically. I mean, those aren't movies. I don't mean to call them stupid. I just mean like they're a little goofier than I think some other movies. I obviously don't think they're stupid because they're like my favorite movies ever, but yeah. So that's exciting because Halloween is fun and I love Halloween. Maybe I could talk about Gilmore Girls. This house is of the Gilmore Girls house and I haven't talked about Gilmore Girls once. It's okay. The problem with this is I would talk about the house more, but you see, I built it a year ago, so most things I have to say about it, I have forgotten at this point. But yeah, I don't really think is there anything I have to mention? Oh yeah, I probably should explain the floor plan upstairs. I probably should have done this at the beginning of the video, but upstairs, you can see actually what I'm working on right now is like this like guest room and like / office that's through Lorelai's closet. I just thought it's really dumb, but I came up with this story of like it's like a secret room that they didn't know about or whatever, which makes 0 sense because realistically that wouldn't happen, but that's why it's really dumb. But I just didn't want to I didn't want it to affect the floor plan that actually is in the show. I wanted that to be as realistic as possible, which in order to do that, it just needed to like not exist basically, but I didn't want to just like make it a giant empty space. So I decided to make it like a secret little space in the back of their house. But yeah, anyways, that's pretty much it. That's like the major thing you guys probably were confused about this entire time, but I've explained it now to like the few of you who are still watching. You'll know. Everyone else that clicked off this like 20 minutes ago, they're gonna be incredibly confused. So that's good on you for staying. Thank you. I don't even know. Maybe no one's here. No one could be here right now. That's weird to think about. I don't usually think about how much people watch my videos, like how far into them. I know that it's not very far into my videos that most people watch. Like I know most people don't make it. Like my average watch time is pretty low. What it's like being a small YouTuber. But I don't think about like the people that watch my entire videos. Those people, I really appreciate you. If you watch my whole video, thank you. But you know, if I bored you into clicking off, you don't have to watch me if I bore you. But yeah, I mostly talked about my life in this voiceover. It was nice. I didn't talk about the house one bit though, which I probably should have talked about a little bit more, but in my future videos I plan on talking about the house a little bit more. I think it's still fun to talk about my life. I personally find speed builds that talk about like people's life more interesting than speed builds that talk about the build, but you know, it still can be interesting to hear people talk about the build, and people have things to say about their own build, and I definitely talk about the build in my house, in my houses, in my speed builds. So yeah, anyways, at this point I don't even know what I'm saying. Anyways, we're getting to the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Hopefully my voiceover wasn't too unbearable, but I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye everybody!